What's up YouTube, Nick the 14 here, and today I'm bringing you an updated Gladiator Beast Deck for the 2013 format for the September ban list. I like this format better. The other Beast format I ran, I thought it was good, but this one is better. I upgraded it, took more cards out, put better cards in I thought would suit the deck, and this deck works perfectly. Locals, playing with friends, it's really good. I mean, competitive. I take this into YCS even. It's just really good. I think Glads will come back this format, especially if they put best DRA back to 2. So I'll show you the main deck and the side. I mean, the extra deck and side deck is kind of just whatever you want, you know. So let's get into the deck profile. And by the way, happy Halloween. 3 Laquari, because Laquari's standard. I mean, he's 21 beater. And when he gets special from the deck, and yeah, he's just way too good. Darius. Darius is your monster reborn now. You lost it. You don't have anything back to get it besides Call the Haunted or something. But I run the 2. The 2 is just amazing. It's consistency. This deck is built off consistency, so it's just way too good. 2 Equest. Equest brings everything back for you. Gets you your Glad cards that are in the graveyard. Gets back the Chariot. It's just really good. 1 Bestiari. Bestiari is your spell and trap card removal. Really good. I just love it. This card's amazing, so gotta have it run it. 1 Rediari banishes your cards. Let's just, for example, this card's really good. Let's say I'm playing Lightsworns, and sometimes I'll just special summon him to put a Lightsworn or a Necrogardna, just banish it, you know, just get rid of it. So you know they're not gonna have it again, unless they do Levier or something. Next, run 1 Murmillo. Murmillo is your problem. He gets rid of your problems, like your Ophion, because Ophion might screw this deck over according to some people, which it kind of can with your fusions and stuff. So I think Murmillo is good for that reason. And then last Glad I run is Hopliness. Hopliness is your defense, kind of like stall. He could stall you out if you really wanted to, so I think that's why I run that. Next, I run 2 Test Tiger, knock 3. 3 I thought was inconsistent. 2 builds the consistency of this deck because it just makes it better. And the 2, when you normal special, I mean, because you know sometimes you draw Test Tiger and it's a dead draw. I've drawn 3 Test Tigers when I used to run 3, and I was like, I'm done. I gotta change it. Next I run the 1 Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is just way too good because you can special summon and normal summon and get into other plays, and 21 beater to start off the game if you draw him first turn is really good if you go second. So I think having the Cyber Dragon kind of helps. 1 Thunder King. I run the Thunder King just because it negates the summons, and he's 19 beater, which, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Now it's almost like people want beat sticks. He's a beat stick level 4. You gotta run it. But the only thing is you can't activate your Tenkies or anything. But usually when you're in that state, when you put them down, you're pretty good to go. So, or if you have Tenkies, you know, activate them first. Grand Mole. Grand Mole is like another Compulse. Way too good. I mean, a lot of decks starting to run this now. I'm definitely running it, so you gotta run it. So that's the monster lineup. I think that's a really good form. I think these are really good monsters to put in the deck, so yeah, spells. The search ones, I run 1 Proving Ground, 2 Tenki, and then the Onslaught. I'll explain why I run all these. Proving Ground, I like to add 1 level 4 lower Glad, so basically any Glad, so that's why I like it a lot. The 2 Tenki, if they're on the field, they boost my Beast Warriors, Darius and Laquari by 100, and that can help a lot. I mean a lot. Mirror matchup even, or any other deck. Onslaught, I mean, it's just way too good. You could start many plays with it, get your Exceeds out like nothing. So, yeah. So, and then the other spells I run Dark Hole, and then I run 3 MST. Dark Hole is kind of explanatory why I run that, but the 3 MST, I mean, this deck, you hate back row. Back row can screw you over. If your Laquari gets bottomless or Solemn Warning, you're like, God damn it. Because you don't really have anything to bring it back, especially if it's bottomless. The only thing that can really save it is Levier or something. And especially your Bestiari, oh man, if that gets banished, you're like screwed kind of, because it's so hard to bring that back. So, traps. Traps is heavy. This is probably the most I run, I think. I forget, but just count it for me. Or I'll count at the end, so. I run one Shadow Spell. Shadow Spell is good because the monster can attack and it decreases the attack by 700 points. Here's the effect, just in case, because some of you guys might not know what it is. And then the monster, you can't change the battle position either. And then when the and then obviously you can MST this, but still, Shadow Spell. I'm running this instead of Phoenix Chain this deck because I noticed in Glads it seems like you want to decrease monsters so you can put your guys out and attack and blow through them so you can return back to the deck. That's why I have this in here instead of Phoenix Chain. So, and then I have a negate attack because negate attack is just like another stall card. If it attacks a Glad, I'll just negate it. Even though you can't use the effect, I'll just you know, end the battle phase. Negate the attack, end the battle phase. You can't do anything. So that's why I have this in here. Huge Revolution is over. You guys might not know what this does. It's Starlight Road on crack. Here, I'll show you why. When a spell trap card effect monster effect is activated, it destroys 2 or more cards in the field and negate the activation and banish it. So if you have your opponent activates just anything, a monster effect or something like Thunder and Dragon, banish it. Reason why I think it's on crack. Look at the symbol. It's a counter, and that's why I love it. It stops games. I mean, it's just really good. So that's why I run it. I run one Compulse. Return it back to the deck. That's kind of obvious. Right now, I'm running the 1 Mirror Force. I don't think 2 is needed in this deck just because you return and you use your other defensive traps. Help you out. But I might increase it to 2. Just because Mirror Force is really good. Solemn Warning, you know, it just stops plays. It just stops people from doing their crap, what they have to do. So you have to run it. Bottomless. Bottomless is way too good. Banishes, 1500 attack, stops plays. And in terms of Tribute, those are like, you know, just your basics. Kind of almost your basics, except for the, what do you call it? No, those are all basics, yeah. And then after those, I'm running 2 Call the Haunted. The reason why I'm running 2 Call the Haunted is because sometimes your Glads do get in the graveyard, so you want to bring them back. And another option you could run too is Gladiator's Return, and that is a really good card. And you could run it too, but I rather prefer the Call the Haunted because it's right then and now. You don't have to wait for it to draw it again, you know, so it's like, yeah. And then the last 6 traps I run are 3 Chariot. Chariot wipes everything. Lightsworn's example. Stops JD and other decks. Thunder and Dragon stops for dragons. What else does it stop? It could stop a... See, I don't... You can... Oh, and you can also negate a Blaster too. Just, you know, cards, monsters that are freaking retarded and have problems, you can get rid of it. That pisses you off. And then last... Wabaku is holy in this deck. It stops everything, you get everything out, and your opponent can't complain, and they're like, what the fuck? When you get your Geysers out or something, just because of this card, it's like, oh man. Can't be sure of Valley, take no life points, which is the best of it. I was running defensive tactics, but I realized it's like you have to have a Glide on it, and what if you don't have any Glides, you just want to protect yourself, so that's why I don't run it right now. Alright, so fusions. I run the Geysers, and then I also run 2 Heraclinos. I am going to change this, so I might leave the 2. I'm definitely going to run both, but definitely run 2 Geysers, because if this gets bottomless, you're not getting it back. You're not getting it back. So you want 2 Geysers just because it's way too good, and the Heraclinos gotta run at least 1 or 2, just whatever. I might take 2. I might make it 1. Rank 4s. I run 1 Utopia, stops your attacks, your opponent's attacks, and brings up monsters. Utopia Ray, I found this to be very good, just because it's good if you have low life points, which I know sometimes that happens in this deck. 10 Archduke. You guys might be wondering, why in the hell is he running this shitty card? Here's why, because it changes the attack, the battle positions. See, changes battle position, because what I like about that is how, because Glads, you know, some of them are weak, and you want to attack to return back in the deck. So, and then when you can do that, you can bring out the better ones. And if someone has a low attack in that monster attack position, just detach and bring it out. So that's why I like it in this deck. Stroke, you know, your Book of Moon, I obviously don't run one right now because I don't think it's needed. I might run one though. Gemini Pearl, Beat Stick, 6 Ams kills, Evil Swarms kills because they can't do anything about it. Papal Operative, obviously, it's way too good. Kaga Cowboy, way too good. And then the last level 4 I run is Steel Swarm. This card obviously isn't good in some decks, but some decks it's very good. So, I mean, it's good to have. So, level 3s, I run Levier, bring back your Banish, like your Bestiary or something, just in case. Tempo for the Beat Stick over Ophion, some other stuff, and Zemnanes. And that's 14. And either the last level 3 I would run, I'm going to do a little debate here, is you should either run Leviathan or Acid. People question this all the time. They don't know which one to run. Whatever you want. This is a preference. That's what I would give it. So yeah, that is the Gladiator Beast deck of the 2013 format. I like this deck a lot. Very competitive, and it will do good in this next format. So, I mean, this is all the Glad players out there who thought they were dead. They definitely are not dead, and they will come back and kick butt. So I think that is really good. So, thanks for watching the video, guys. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next future with another deck profile. I hope to do more, so I will do more because just to show you guys what I think of some decks. So, peace.